Well, hey everyone, we're here at Lewes Mercantile Antiques, an antique mall in downtown Lewes, and I'm here now with Kim DeSico, who is the manager. Kim, first thing we want to talk about, what are the benefits of coming to an antique mall like this to shop?
Variety is the biggest benefit. We have about 35 different dealers, so when you come in here, it's almost like being in 35 different stores.
Wow.
So it's a neat thing.
A lot of variety, and the one thing too, you know, we've been in here for a little bit. It's very large. I mean, you could spend hours in here just browsing.
You sure could, and there's a lot to see. We have old and new items, so it's nice to come in when you have some time just to check things out and see what you can find.
And just peruse. You know, what would people find here in the store if you had to give a general overview?
Just about anything, jewelry, books, furniture, anything for the home like rugs and lighting, collectibles, just about any kind you can think of, statues and figurines and dishes, just about anything.
Stuff that will certainly catch your eye.
Yes.
And say, oh, that would look good, you know, in my house or here or there.
Yes.
So you actually have some stuff set up here on a table for us, which we're going to talk about. I want to talk about the larger table first. Explain to me what some of the things are on here.
This is a sampling of what you can find in our store. We have vintage Christmas decorations and other holiday decorations as well. Toys, pottery, ceramics, original engravings from 17 or 1800s.
Wow.
New jewelry, old jewelry. We have this is a sampling of reproduction or new items right here. Folks enjoy, since we're by the beach, folks enjoy coming in and finding nautical themed things. So right here we have a bottle opener shaped like a whale. This is a lamp from the 1939 New York World's Fair, a camera from the early 1900s, and an oil can from the late 1800s.
Exactly.
Fancy.
The camera is interesting because a lot of people just know digital cameras now and they see what they used to look like. So that's great.
Yeah.
And then over here to the right you have this little table, and this is good because, you know, I'm sure a lot of people at home know that every so often stuff, you know, sort of becomes popular and people are asking for certain things, and this table is an example of that.
An example. People are always asking for depression glass. So this is an example of depression glass, and the only piece we have in here, because as soon as it comes in, it goes out. People really, really like it. Oyster plates, we're always being asked for oyster plates, blue and white. People really like blue and white. This is called a phoenix plate, popular in the 1930s, 20s and 30s. Hall pottery, vintage glassware. People love it, can't keep it in here. Refrigerator dishes have become very popular again. They were first used in the 1930s, and now folks are using them again because they're trying to get away from using plastics and stuff like that. So
imagine that. So something that was popular decades ago is now making a comeback, so to speak.
So to speak, yeah.
And I imagine you see that a lot in here, stuff that just was old and vintage that now is becoming popular again, when you wouldn't necessarily think that it would be.
Exactly. It's the novelty of, let's say, you know, drinking out of a vintage glass, something that, you know, your grandparents or something might have used, and then just decorating as fashions come in and out of style. You know, certain things become popular, and you know, it's always something different in here. So
exactly, which is good for people
really
to know. And if people are coming in here to browse, what advice would you have for them?
To always, you know, have time first and foremost, and never be afraid to ask for what you're looking for, because you might not necessarily see it, giving the number of items we have in here. Also to keep an open mind, because it's more often than not you will find you'll find both new and old, reproduction as well as antiques. Just because you just can't get your hands on original antiques necessarily anymore, and a reproduction can be an affordable way to own something that has that look.
So don't rule them out.
Don't rule them out. Never be afraid to ask if you're unsure.
There's no stupid questions. Just like they told us in school here, the same rules apply.
Same rules apply.
All right, a lot of good information, and we can't stress enough, make sure you have enough time, because you can spend hours in here.
Hours in here.
All right, Kim, thank you very much. We really appreciate it. And of course, if you would like more information on Lewes Mercantile Antiques, you can go ahead to our website, delmarvalife.com, and just click on the Show tab.
Well, so many people are picking produce this time of year, but do you really know what you're looking for? How Sweet It Is here to help us make sure our fruit and vegetables are the freshest. Delmarva Life, life at its best here on Delmarva.